So as many of you know, with Cyberpunk 2077, there is a pretty dark cloud hanging over the game right now. If you paid attention to any of the news wires and stuff like that that's going on different game sites, or honestly, if you've been trying to play the game on base PS4 or base Xbox One, you've seen it for yourself. I myself, I've been playing it on PS4 Pro, and they did have a patch that came out, days after launch of 1.04. Since then, my game's kind of been pretty much playable, about 20% of issues with it. But for most people, with over 100 million consoles of what they call now old gen consoles, a lot of people have been having problems. And of course, we all know that PlayStation pulled the plug. They quit selling the game digitally and is offering refunds. And so is Xbox has been following as well. So right here, if you look, you can see the stock is plummeting for CD Projekt Red. And the reason I'm doing this video is I know in the past I've been, critical of Red Dead Online. It's a game I've covered a lot on this channel, and it would not be fair if I didn't do the same for another game that I covered, which is Cyberpunk 2077. And I have been looking forward to this game, and it would be very hypocritical for me not to do the same with this. So that's why I'm showing you what's going on with it. Now, I would be very leery of any Red Dead channels or Cyberpunk that are just being, hyper positive and not trying to be negative. But at the same time, you guys spent your hard-earned money for this game, and I'm not going to push a billion-dollar company and keep telling you, hey, you're your best friends. They've got the best intentions for you. Now, I'm not talking about the dev teams for either company, because most of those people pour their heart and soul into these games. I'm talking about the big guys in the boardrooms, the ones that make the calls about everything. These are the guys that's making all the money. And if you just look here today with CD Projekt Red, their stock has just been tanking. Right around here, around the 7th and the 8th, it was going up with the hype, and some of the early releases were coming out where people are playing it, seeing how it was going, and then it just completely just bottoms out and drops huge right here around the 14th. And they lost $1 billion overnight. And then it raises up a little bit and then drops back down. They're basically starting their year over with their worth in their company, and it's going to keep dropping as it goes. They're supposed to be having a patch come out on the 21st. I mean, fingers crossed for people, but it just is just a dark cloud hanging over the company right now. And honestly, they should have waited till next year. Even though I wanted the game to come out, a lot of people wanted the game to come out. They should have waited till next year. A lot of people said, well, they should have just did it on, PS5 and, the new Xbox and stuff. Well, there's over 100 million consoles they wouldn't be able to sell the game to, and they wouldn't be able to fund the game. That's not how stuff works. I agree with that. I mean, yeah, it definitely would run better because most PC players are having barely any issues. But that's not how it works. The game was being developed for PS4 and Xbox One, and the copy that's currently out is not even the next gen copy. That was supposed to come out next year. So yeah, that kind of shoots that out of the water. But anyway, you can see, of course, the stock market here, and then they were having different kind of meetings and stuff. And you can see right here today, Microsoft makes it even easier now to get Cyberpunk refunds. And I'm gonna put a link in the description of this video for PlayStation and Xbox. And if you are on the gens, the base gens, I would say get a refund. I would. If you can't play the game, get a refund. We have to hold the same standards we do for Rockstar or Take-Two, and we hold the same standards for companies we like more than them. Because either way, when it comes down to it, it's your $60. And, they said they're making it a whole lot easier here. And what was bad about this is CD Projekt Red, they said they were offering refunds. It didn't even talk to Xbox or PlayStation before they offered that. So I think that's why Xbox and PlayStation really pushed forward and is pulling it from their online digital. But what I feel bad for is the people at GameStop, the people at Walmart. They're the ones that's got to deal with this, because how do you know who really got to play the game right? Which most people, if you're on base consoles, you didn't probably play it right anyway. But either way, you got people that played it and didn't have any issues and they want a refund anyway. So that, how that goes, returns in stores. And those people are just trying to do their jobs, and they're going to run into this, and they just announced they're going to do refunds and didn't even talk to any of these companies. And one good thing I'd at least say on Game Informer, it talks about on Cyberpunk, the team responds to the leadership and chaotic launch, and the employees they were railing them. They're frustrated, angry staff. I mean, they're holding the board responsible, asking them, why did you say it was playable? Why did you hold back the footage and stuff like that of the PlayStation 4 base and, you know, base Xbox One and stuff? And they're trying to hold them accountable for it, but, you know, they're getting vague responses. And I'll link all these articles and stuff with Bloomberg and everything like that. I'm not going to waste your time. It's basically what I'm saying, because they didn't even give them a good response. And as we already know, you know, PlayStation said the same thing when it showed over there on Xbox. You know, they strive to ensure a high, you know, level of customer satisfaction. This is basically unheard of a big game like this. I can't think of a game that, you know, within a week of its launch is being pulled for PlayStation and Xbox. Is pretty unheard of. But then that link will take you over here too for PlayStation, where you can file for your refund as well. And this was the hotfix 1.04 that came out, you know, just a few days, if not just a little bit over a day or so after it came out. And it's supposed to fix all this stuff. It sounded great. But for the same, you know, base consoles and stuff, it wasn't doing it. For Pro, it helped me out a lot. It was playable, I would say 80 to 90%. Mainly just with late, you know, graphics. You know, as I go into a room, it would take a while for them to pop up and stuff like that. But if you want to wait for a second, I'm not telling you to wait, because I'm not going to be these guys that even for like Red Dead, hey, just wait to see what they're doing when they're trying. Like the GTA update that came out just a couple days ago, the whole island and everything. Rockstar even said they created that stuff from home. So during the whole pandemic, they were able to create a whole new map extension for GTA Online and all that story stuff. And they did it from home. So there's no reason they can't do stuff for Red Dead. They don't have the same guy over here creating an island for GTA Online, and then he spins around to the other side of his desk and is creating stuff for Red Dead. You just see where their priority is at. So I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, just keep, you know, hoping and praying for this, or even for Cyberpunk right now, because I think it's going to be a while, because even this patch, there's some major issues. And, you know, they're supposed to have a patch coming out December 21st. You see them right here with Screen Rant. So we'll see what goes with that. They say so, but, you know, I'm not going to sit there and blow smoke up your butt. I wouldn't insult your intelligence that way. But I'm just telling you, if you want to wait just a couple more days before you get your money back on it, so you don't, you know, lose your saves or anything like that, who freaking knows? Either way, after that, I would definitely get a refund. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring you some game news. A lot of times I just do glitches, tutorial videos, live streams. But yeah, I just wanted to be upfront with you guys, because, you know, I may call myself Redbeard the Gamer. I'm not going to have this fake persona and act one way to you guys, overly positive about stuff and encourage you to waste your money. I'm the same person either way. I play hours with the same people that I play with online, offline. You guys just don't ever see it. I'm the same person, like me or not. That's just how I am. I don't try to fake you guys. So anyway, guys, if you do want to stay up to date with Cyberpunk videos or any of the other games, I cover multiple games on this channel, make sure to hit that sub button and bell notification. And as always, guys, I'll catch you next time in the next video.